Welcome to Buddies Much. My name's Sean.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Chase.
And today we're talking about Marvel's new Kung Fu movie, Shang-Chi.
I thought it was karate.
Is it karate? I don't know. Martial arts movie, Shang-Chi. I remember, sorry, this is the first thing that pops in my head because I felt embarrassed. So I was listening to the movie, and in the beginning of the movie, they kept calling him Sean. And I was like, I know his name is Shang. Is that like a weird pronunciation? Are they calling him Sean? And I said it to Chase. I was like, are they calling him Sean? And he just looks at me like, yeah, you moron.
Look at the name tag.
Sean, are you watching a different movie?
I just felt so embarrassed. I was like, oh, sorry. Oh boy, it's a cool film. What did you guys think? Give me a rating.
7.5.
7.5.
I am also at a 7.5.
Really?
75%.
You guys are ganging up on me.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean? The lows, threes, fours?
I actually really enjoyed it. I'm going to surprise you guys here. I'm going to say an 8.
Sean's higher than us?
I enjoyed it. And, that's probably due to the fact that I have no idea who Shang-Chi is.
That played a big role.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I had the opportunity in a comic book movie to sort of sit back and just watch the movie, and I didn't have to worry about, well, in episode 246, he actually didn't say that the line was, So I was able to just kind of take it at face value and
So you weren't watching Star Wars?
Exactly.
No, I feel you. I felt the same way. I'll admit, did no research afterward. Did not. I kind of knew he was loosely tied to Iron Fist. But
I mean, me and Chase, we got into some of the theories after we watched the movie. And
I do know a little bit about Mandarin, but Shang-Chi as a character, nothing. He kind of a D-lister. Had no idea. So, like you said, it was fun to just sit back and be like, tell me all about you.
Tell me this guy.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
I guess let's get into the likes.
Yeah, I mean, first off, very visually pleasing, like very, very colorful for one, and like the graphics were good, the fights were good.
So many Mandarin colors.
Yeah. I never like thought that anything was like cheesy or like overdone. Like, I thought that they portrayed power levels fairly well. I know you like that big. That bat thing.
I did. I thought during the whole fight, I'm like, I don't know, maybe the demon won't get released and they'll just it'll just be Shang versus his father and they'll seal it up. But no, he broke out and I'm like, that looks scary. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. So good luck, guys. And the other dragon that he, when he falls in the water, that looked pretty dragon. Dope too.
I didn't think they were going to show the dragon. They were just going to talk, oh, you have the heart of the dragon. And then there's an actual dragon. And I was like, oh.
The water dragon looked weird, but pretty cool.
Yeah. That was another high point for me, same as you. I thought everything looked good. The effects were good. There was no weird, fake fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt pretty natural.
Yeah. So, talking about the fighting, though, something I pointed out to Chase while we were watching it, you notice that, there's a lot of time jumps. So you'll go to, Mandarin in the past, and then you'll jump ahead to Shang-Chi in the present. If you watch, they'll do sort of an old-fashioned kung fu style when Mandarin and the wife are fighting. And then there's sort of more of a modern-day Jackie Chan type style with Shang-Chi. But it's cool that they, even with the time shift, they showed if you watch kung fu movies, you know, sort of a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type of fighting where they're just kind of floating around. Yeah,
that's cool.
I thought that was interesting.
One other thing I really liked in this movie, with one exception, but I'm going to save that for the dislikes, was the casting of the movie. The guy that played Shang-Chi, awesome job. I think he looked good. Same with the father and the sister.
Yeah, Mandarin was tight.
I mean, they looked good. They played their parts well.
Wong, they stuck true to Wong.
Wong, classic Wong, my boy. There is one exception. I'm going to save that for later, though. Chase, any particular scenes or likes that you...
I really liked the butt fairy creature,
Morris?
Morris.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
funny.
the little pig thing.
It's like a flying butt.
The little guy.
Yeah,
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Kind of just weird.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas,
No,
dude.
please don't.
Getting him a little plushie.
Yeah, I liked. Sean and I had this talk a little bit actually today, where and I really like it in movies when they don't really show like 10 years ago or like time changes, but they just like give hints and like kind of make you figure out yourself. I mean, I think this one did have a little bit. I mean, it had quite a few different time.
There was
more
lots of
flashbacks
time,
and stuff.
but it was never like in your face about it. It was
Right.
just like
It's more like a flashback where it's like, here's this dude's story. He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
it was a really smooth transition into the past and then back to the present, and then like so they never had to label it like 10 years ago on the screen, and yeah, that was really cool.
No, I mean, all in all, I thought it was a great movie. I was pretty well entertained the whole time. So
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get my final thoughts on the likes before we jump into the dislikes.
before we tear into
Yeah,
it.
before we just pound this into the ground. Let me actually just throw this out as a question. Did you guys like the pacing of the movie?
I thought it was pretty well paced.
Yeah.
Not like Venom, where it's like all the stuff all at once. It felt like there was quite a lot of progress.
Venom had a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There was sort of just progress in general, that they were always trying to find Taulo, and they found it, and then the guy's coming, and then he's here, and so it was all right.
Yeah, I agree. That was a kind of a positive for me. I thought the pacing was really well when on the bus there was the action scene, and then that immediately led into the letter, and he's like, okay, now I need to go find my sister, and it picked up. Ooh. And it stayed that way, which I really liked. When the movie first started, I'm like, oh, is this going to be a slow burn? But it wasn't. It picked up really quick, and I thought the pacing was very, very well.
I also wonder how I really liked the sisters' underground fighting ring.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I really liked that. I have some thoughts about that.
We got the Abomination cameo.
Well, actually, that's what I was going to say. So,
okay,
Wong, who's probably good friends with Banner.
Yeah.
Why is
he fighting
Abomination?
And giving him pointers and stuff. What's going on? I don't know.
I don't know. That kind of shocked me. It was just like, oh, all right.
So Abomination showed up as a villain in one of the early Hulk movies before they even set up the MCU quote unquote copyright. So does our Hulk even know who Abomination is?
I doubt
Isn't it part of his whole story?
You know what I think?
No, he is. Yeah.
Actually, I'm just realizing this. So, but we're kind of getting into predictions, which is usually at the tail end, but I'm just going to put this in here. So, phase 1 is over, and now we're into phase 2. So it would be
we're in phase 4
or
now.
whatever.
4 or 5.
I call it phase 1. We're done with Endgame. We're on to the new stuff.
There you go.
It would be weird to bring Hulk in from that phase to fight Abomination. Maybe this is going to be She-Hulk's nemesis.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe.
Okay.
But maybe that Abomination... but then again, why would Wong be training Abomination? Because then we'd be like, bro, what the hell? Why are you training the bad guy?
I don't know.
Him, yeah.
Maybe it was just a weird little cameo. Maybe it means more. I don't know. It was cool.
Okay. I mean, you're probably right that
I don't
just
know.
a nod to some older villain, and then that's it.
Maybe it's like, hey, we have this big fighting ring. Who's big and scary? Oh, Abomination. Let's put him in there.
Yeah, I guess. Because it can't be Hulk. It can't be the Thing. Who else? What other kind of juggernauts you got?
Juggernaut. That was a cool scene, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I like that whole just concept. It's like a video game.
The dislikes.
All right.
The meat and potatoes of this video.
I'm actually going to let Andrew talk about his least favorite character, because I'm pretty sure you hate her more than I do.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to jump right into it. So the one person I did not think that was cast very well was Awkwafina.
Yeah.
That is her real life name, by the way.
I don't even remember her character's name.
I don't either. That's how unimportant she was. So she's like the friend of Shang-Chi, even before he has powers, and which is fine. But as soon as there's like this action scene, excuse me, you know, he's beating up the bad guys. It's cool, but she's just a jokester, and she's obviously the dedicated comic relief to this movie, and I hate that so much.
Yeah,
that's just like, oh, here's our one character. She's the funny one.
Funny in every situation.
Yeah, every no matter what, she's there to make it lighthearted, which sometimes takes it out for me. Like, it's okay to have that, but even in that scene where they go to the underground fighting ring, and the army of the 10 Rings or whatever like catches up and finds them, and they're, I mean, from our perspective, trying to kill them. She's like, oh, you know, screaming or whatever, but not really. She's just kind of just,
yeah, I'm here too.
oh,
Like...
look at me, blah, blah. And of course, at the very end, she trains with a bow for 2 seconds and saves the day. And
takes the kill shot.
Yeah,
and she's
the thing
just Mrs. Important all of a sudden. Like,
again, I really hated this character, but the thing that pissed me off the most was the very, very end of the movie when Wong opens up a portal and he says, contacts Shang-Chi, which is fine. He says, you know, we need to talk because you have the rings now and there's some stuff going down. Come with me.
yeah.
And so he comes, but then she comes too. And I'm like,
he invites her to.
oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
whatever. Either way, she gets to go into the sanctum or whatever. And that makes no sense. She has no powers. She has nothing to contribute. She's just a comic relief character. Why is she there?
She has 3 hours training with a bow and arrow.
With a bow. She knows the existence of Tao Lao or whatever, but it made no sense for her to come in and have all of this knowledge. Like, it was so weird. It's like, oh, can I bring my friend? No, you can't bring your freaking friend.
Yeah.
But if they give her superpowers, I might just be done.
Oh, well, you know.
Anyway.
Hawkeye, you know, there's going to be a scene where Hawkeye shoots something and she's going to outshoot him. Just watch.
Anyway, I got a little flustered there. That was probably the thing that kind of took it out of me. And I know there's a scene you really hate with the airplane scene.
Yeah. So this is sort of the setup. They're talking about Shang-Chi is explaining to her sort of his backstory, who his father is, who his mother is, and all that stuff. Like, really important information. I'm getting into the story where I'm like, okay, like his father is like this conquering warlord, and his mother was able to tame his savage spirit or something like that. And then out of nowhere is this stewardess like, oh, would you like the beef or the vegetarian? And oh, we like the vegetarian. It's like, oh, we're all out of vegetarian. It's like, oh, we'll have beef then.
Like, we're out of that too.
Dude, like, why would you do that? And then they go right back into the backstory. Like, for no reason that scene was in there.
It wasn't even funny. Like,
it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, it was rough.
Like, why would you do that? You shot yourself in the foot. Yeah. Like, I was getting into it. That immediately took me out. And then I just sat arms crossed, all pissed off in the theater. It was dumb.
I've got some other dislikes, but I'm going to let someone else talk for a minute.
Yeah, Chase, you've been quiet over there.
I got a few. I got to get them into words.
We'll let you think.
Okay. I thought... I need to tell a little backstory to get into this one. So in Iron Man 3, the main villain was, I mean, the villain that you thought was the villain for most of the movie was the Mandarin, and he's this terrorist from the 10 Rings organization, and as you found out, it was just sort of this front man, this actor that they paid to pretend to be the Mandarin, whatever. And this guy is such a goober. In a bad way. It's not like don't you laugh. It's not funny.
I mean, keep going and I'll talk.
But in Shang-Chi, they're running around in the actual Mandarin, warlord of the actual 10 Rings. They're running through his dungeon or whatever, and they find this guy who was pretending to be the Mandarin, and he's just like the court jester, I guess.
Yeah.
And they tag him along, and he's just being like, oh, well, let me tell you, Maurice here thinks that blah, blah, blah. And, like, he can talk to these mythical creatures for some reason.
I'll
And-
give you that. That was weird.
Oh man, it bugs me because that was the thing I hated most about Iron Man 3 was the stupid Mandarin knockoff. In the movie, they actually like Mandarin addresses like there was some moron pretending to be me, and they named him after an orange chicken dish. And how
So
stupid is that?
that's the thing that actually angered me. Not angered, but that's the thing that upset me the most. Like the court jester guy, whatever. I put that in the back of my mind. I hated that scene where like it's the son and the daughter and it's a little family reunion, and he says that exact thing like, "Oh, I've been known as many things over the years. They even called me Mandarin. Oh, isn't that funny? That's an orange chicken." Come on, man! Like that just took it out of it for me. Like I wanted a badass scene where like you did something or a cool move. I don't know, and we get this like close up of you, and you're like, "I am Mandarin," like something cool.
Yeah,
I don't want a freaking little joke about it. It was dumb.
I mean, yeah.
Did you know that China did not receive Shang-Chi that well?
Really?
Oh, is that what you're looking up?
Yeah, I just saw that and I was like, interesting. Reading a little bit more, but you guys can look it up. So I do have one. I mean, I have a few grabs, but like this one I thought was a little interesting when it comes to like his relationship with his father.
Okay.
They're running, whatever, but from him they get caught, all this stuff. But what did he feel towards his father? Was like my question, because at first, like first half,
All right.
they were actually okay. It seemed like,
I kind of see that now, yeah.
but
It was kind of like a love-hate.
Like after he left, he was like, "Oh, I hate my." Is it like, do I hate my father,
well,
or
but
do I?
like there's like really not really any verbal conflict at all.
Yeah.
And then then suddenly,
He's like, I'm gonna kill him.
yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, wait, what?
Like, I don't know. It's, I guess the whole thing too, where it's,
And then in the end, he ends up like saving him anyway. And I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess he didn't save him; he died. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I don't know. The whole thing, I did have the whole gripe with the father where it was like, okay, yeah, he's been alive how long, right?
Yeah,
Freaking
right, like
forever.
1,000 years. Yeah.
And then meets this chick, has two kids, right? She dies, whatever. I guess he goes off the deep end, but like, span of like 9 years, 10 years, I think was when he was kicked out, or Shang-Chi like left or whatnot, right? I don't know. I don't really see how the father could like have turned that quick back to. I would think that with all of his knowledge, that he would be like, oh, that thing behind that portal.
Oh, that he would have known about it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, maybe he just knew that it was a fluke, but like had to just overturn every rock.
Do you think Tao Lo like sealed it away before even Mandarin became a thing, and they just kept it hidden?
I think like. I mean, this is just my opinion. I think he knew what was behind the gate. I think he knew of the gate's existence. But when that demon actively called out to him in like his wife's voice, that was just the tipping point for him where he was like, and again, this guy's been alive for forever. So it's almost like a God complex and breaking at the same time where he's just like, listen, no one's going to defeat me. I've been around for forever. Also, like, if there's a small chance my wife's behind that portal, I'm just going to take it because why not?
Because I can handle anything behind it.
Yeah, and like
nothing else matters.
But like,
yeah.
I think deep in the back of his mind, he knew that
probably
she was dead and that it was a demon. At that point, he was just like, "This gives me something to live for. Let's try it out."
Yeah,
I don't know.
Also, the whole things with Awkwafina. Yeah, I did not like her at all.
Did you like her training sequence when she was training with the bow?
Okay, so she's doing the training sequence, training with the bow. I thought she was just going to be like when I thought it came to, that whole thing. Instead of like a training sequence, I could have sworn it was just going to be like she was like going to get a hammer and like start fortifying things.
Oh yeah, like be useful.
Yeah,
that's so much for that.
Yeah,
because all she bugs me, and then all of a sudden she's granted a bow and saves the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't
know.
And the thing is, we're stuck with her.
Yeah, we're stuck with her.
Really like Shang-Chi, but we're stuck with her for however long Shang-Chi is going to be around.
That's going to be a problem that they're going to have to address over and over and over again. If they're building up to like another team movie, like they're going to have to keep addressing why is she here? Like, Because she's not even skilled like Hawkeye or Black Widow. Like, she's
Again,
just a person.
Unless
This
they do
might-
something like Pepper, right? Where, yeah, Pepper's involved a little
Slap
bit.
her in an Iron Man suit.
Well, okay, maybe eventually.
I mean, at this point, like, again, they'll give her powers. They'll find something.
Yeah.
Well, and who knows? Shang-Chi might be like the next Iron Man.
That's funny. That's funny because there's a comic released today that Shang-Chi is Iron Man. That's funny.
Oh boy, he called it, dude. You heard it here first, folks.
Should we get on to predictions?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's jump into predictions and aren't the MCU.
Set us up, Chaser.
This is your wheelhouse, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us
So at
about
the very end.
Let's actually talk about the post-credit scene
Okay.
with the girl taking over. Or I'll let you describe it. Go ahead.
Okay, so sister takes over the whole legend or the whole Ten Rings empire, whatnot, and I have a feeling that she's gonna turn it into on a much bigger scale what she was doing before. Right? I don't think she's necessarily like nefarious, too much of a bad guy. I think she's just more of a, hey, I want to make money or whatever. Right? I don't think she's terrible. I think that if they go fight whoever at the end, or whenever this phase is done, I'm sure she's going to be like there to be like, yeah, here, take this stuff, whatever. Like, I don't think.
Oh, like they're so structural network, like because Hydra's gone,
I was
because
just gonna-
Shield is gone.
I was just gonna say that. Like,
so now that
I
like
think-
Ten Rings is the new Shield, maybe.
That's maybe not
oh,
Shield.
no,
Just
I
the
think
new.
they're gonna be the next Hydra.
oh,
I think it's
Like-
going to be like
just faceless minions.
chaotic neutral.
Yeah, or
I don't know. I have a feeling that I would really love to see them do kind of like the cage matches again, but a little bit. I don't.
Like on a bigger scale,
Yeah, but not like. I don't want to compare to Thor Ragnarok, but
right?
something.
Something like that. Yeah.
So- I don't know. A cross between the two, I think, would be so cool.
Okay. And it said Ten Rings will return, so I mean maybe it'll get like its own, either like another Shang-Chi movie where he's dealing with something with the Ten Rings, or
I don't know. I just like the whole concept of the, got my hand in everyone's pocket type thing.
yeah, I think that's kind of the vibe I got. Where I felt like the organization that she's in charge of is like the new Hydra, quote unquote, where they're just gonna have like people everywhere, which will help other movies, like
Right.
like
yeah, just to spread
like-
out. And,
yeah, like, oh, this person was a part of the Ten Rings, blah blah blah. They're escaping with the Death Star plans. I don't know, but like, my thing is that like Hydra had Red Skull. I feel the Army of the Ten Rings is incredibly underwhelming with hers. Like, I mean, I'm sure she's a great leader, but I think to amp it up, they need to bring in another bad guy, or she needs to become a bad guy.
exactly.
So, like, she needs to become a threat, quote unquote, because, like, Shang-Chi has the 10 rings. That's pretty big. She's just kind of your average Joe Schmo assassin.
Just sort of a crime boss.
Yeah, which is fine, but, like, they either need to bring someone in that, like, she's kind of the political leader, and, like, she has, like, a big bodyguard that is somebody, Abominate, or somebody. So I think that she will be a quote unquote villain organization, but I think she's gonna be more of a supporting role in the MCU,
Right.
where like
You're looking for a new member of the team? Come check out my fighting ring. Like,
no, not even that. I think it's just like they're gonna use her to just tie up loose ends.
for money and for supplies and
Just like if there's a movie like a couple years down the road where it's like, oh crap, what happened? Like how did A become B? Oh well, somebody from the 10 Rings
something
did that.
10 rings.
Yeah, I think
Maybe a
they'll-
lot of it is just the Ten Rings, as kind of like how how Shield was the end credit scenes in like every movie for so long.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, building up, but maybe instead of Shield being the good, but like this one's slightly more nefarious.
Like, oh, come fight for my cause. Or
Maybe
something.
they're setting up for
Oh, that would be cool. That
someone
like
bigger.
because we got Wong on the one side gathering
Right.
heroes. Maybe Ten Rings starts gathering
villains.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right,
That would be
I like
pretty
that.
cool.
Speaking of Wong,
Let's talk about that.
yeah, let's talk about the other end credit scene. So Wong takes Shang-Chi and his friend.
Aquafina.
And they're like analyzing the rings, and they're like, hey, when you put these on, it like activated some kind of beacon, like some sort of cosmic beacon. Something big is coming. What do we think is coming?
Kang.
We already know Kang from Loki, so I guess we haven't talked about Loki on the podcast
Right.
yet.
I think that this is
The introduction to Kang.
introduction to Kang, because that's Shang-Chi. He goes hand in hand with him, right?
No,
I could have sworn he did, but
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But Kang already had his introduction in the Loki series. That
Right,
was
yeah, but
kind of their
that's
finale.
But this might be the introduction into the movies.
I don't know.
So I mean, one theory.
I have my own theory.
It could be Kang. And again, this is kind of a collective theory. We have all little theories, but we do have one big collective
That's
theory
right.
we'll get to. It could be Kang. Let me throw this out there. Maybe I'm stupid. Could it be Eternals?
No.
Could it be?
Because
a
the
beacon?
Eternals are already on Earth.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
But who did the Eternals fight? The bad guy.
The
What's his name?
The something. The
Discord. The Discord chat.
Something. The Discord. They fight Discord.
join my Discord.
The Divergence, I think, or something like that.
I mean, could this be like, oh, we're picking up the Eternals bad guy, so
The
Shang-Chi
Divergent boss
has to merge with the Eternals, so now we have a little bit of people coming together. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Let's talk about what we want it to be.
Okay, so
Okay,
you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, let's have
Yep.
Chase do it.
Someone big.
Someone
Really, really big.
Really big.
Well, what we also learned today, who's going to be hand in hand,
PHAT.
Adam Warlock, right?
Yeah, Adam Warlock was just cast.
So, I'm talking about fat. Bigger than the world fat.
Oh.
Eat the world for dinner, fat.
Galactus.
It's Galactus,
That would be so cool.
dude.
So again, my theory, I think Kang will be wrapped up kind of like in the similar manner that Ultron was.
Yeah.
And then
I agree.
where Thanos was, it's going to be Galactus.
I agree 100%, and I think that would be so cool.
Oh yeah.
Because we got Fantastic Four confirmed, which we'll get to that in a minute. Hopefully it's good now. But when you have Fantastic Four, you usually have Silver Surfer, which means you usually have Galactus.
Third
Yeah.
time's the charm.
But you could do that. You could do that with a lot of stuff. So
Yeah. And I mean, bringing in Doom as well.
yeah.
Dr. Doom.
Oh.
He's a big time villain as well.
Do you think we'll get Doom?
Oh, definitely. If you're doing Fantastic Four, you have to do Doom. Are you kidding? You don't think they will?
They'll leave him out for sure.
They'll leave out Dr. Doom.
Yeah, because I think they tried to do it in the last movie, and I don't think they'll attempt it again. They'll just rehash the same thing. No, I think they'll go
Really?
different. Yeah,
How
I see what
can
you
you-
mean, but I think the Fantastic Four movie will be. I think it'll be very different.
See, I was going to say, how can you tell that story without telling Doom's story? But they told Venom without Spider-Man,
Yeah.
so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Now okay. I wanted to save this. 'Cause
Okay.
I have not talked to any of you guys about this
Oh,
yet.
you've been sitting on some good stuff.
I've also got a question for you guys. Yeah. go
Okay.
ahead.
Wait, no.
Do you want
Oh,
me to
so
go
this
first?
isn't like Shang-Chi related,
Okay, mine's not either.
but it is Marvel related.
Okay.
Okay.
So I heard a rumor about a movie that may begin shooting next year
Okay.
called World War Hulk.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. But it's interesting because like I was actually just reading, and it seems like Marvel's gone through this rumor came out I think today, and now Marvel's already squashing it. Like
Oh,
seems
they're
like
trying
really quickly
trying to shove
squashing
it
it.
down, yeah.
And so now, like, to me, it's been confirmed. I could be
Oh,
wrong.
no. How can you do World War Hulk without telling the story of Planet Hulk, which they already screwed?
Okay, multiverse.
Ah, don't tell me about the multi. You're gonna make
One,
me piss. Damn it.
one multiverse. Bruce Banner flies away. Whatever.
Oh, no.
Goes to weird party place. Another multiverse, he gets kicked off the world or something, and then starts, and then maybe they do it all at once.
You're going to give me an aneurysm.
Are we sure it's not Immortal Hulk?
I don't know. You got to look it up, but when I was reading it, it was saying World War Hulk.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
That's interesting. So I've got two questions.
So
for
that
you
could
guys.
be the next Hulk movie.
So
we're due for one.
We've got a lot of new movies coming
You're going to
out.
hurt me.
We've got a lot of new movies coming out, but they're still dealing with the old phase. So we have Guardians 3. We have Ant-Man 3. We have Black Panther 2. If they're going to be making these movies, does that mean that they're going to be in this phase with Shang-Chi?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
That's weird.
I mean,
Because I know you need like a bit of overlap because like in the Shang-Chi, at the very end, there's like a hologram image of Bruce Banner and Brie
Marvel.
Marvel, yeah,
Yeah.
Brie Larson. And they have this little scene where it's like, oh yeah, like we're Avengers, welcome, blah
Welcome-
blah blah.
yeah,
you
welcome to
know,
the circus,
You
guys.
can contact her anytime, blah blah blah. Oh, I don't have his number, whatever that BS was. So how much do you think of the old will be in the new?
It's going to be...
And then that leads me to my next question.
Okay,
Okay.
in my opinion, I think it's going to be something like... So like Hawkeye and Ant-Man weren't in Infinity War, but they were in Endgame,
Right.
right? It's going to be like that. They're going to switch people out willy-nilly.
Oh, that's.
I agree with Chase. I mean, Black Panther will be there. I mean, now that he's gone, like it's going to be hard to make more Black Panther movies.
They'll just recast him.
What's his name? Bowman?
Chadwick
Boseman.
Boseman. Yeah.
Let's recast him.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to.
He was so iconic.
Unless they just stop
They stopped making
the
Black,
Black Panther
movies.
timeline. Or
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
they could end it.
Yeah. So Loki is where's Loki going to fit in?
Now
See, here's the thing: when you guys answer, "Oh, they'll just pick people in and out," the problem is you have resources to everyone, which gets kind of annoying.
exactly.
Because-
My hope is that they're keeping What If and Loki separate.
Please.
Well,
Please.
here's the thing. So they got What If going on with all the multiverse branches. They have the new Spider-Man with all the multiverse branches. They have the new Doctor Strange coming out with all the multiverse.
We have Jane Foster as Thor now.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Thor and Loki are just kind of retired, and we've only got Jane Foster?
Well, I think in these next couple of movies, they have to resolve this whole timeline multiverse BS. And I mean, Chase said that in the last episode that like they have to wrap this up because it's just going to get
It'll get
too
really
much.
messy,
It's going
yeah.
to be too much
Okay, you just reminded me of another big gripe I have.
with Shang-Chi.
No. Not Shang-Chi, but like with the Loki. Okay?
Oh.
So you have Loki, and we pretty much knew Kang from Loki.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Why is this second-rate TV show? I mean, it's still Marvel, whatnot.
Having spoilers for movies?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Because, like,
annoying.
okay,
It's dumb.
so back in Phase 1, whatnot, there was a show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It started right after Coulson died, but they brought him back.
Yeah.
And then that's, like, the first episode, right? But throughout the whole, Marvel timeline as this thing was going on for a while, big movie would come out, and it would react. It was a reactive thing.
Oh, so
Where they're
Agents
like-
of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be like, oh, did you see something Ultron? And
Well, no. So like the movie would come out that week, and then that week's episode would be whatever,
dealing with that.
something on the news or something. I mean, not totally dealing with it, but
But that just, it's
showing.
merged. It's both.
like
yeah.
I like it was reactive instead of way advanced.
So like
'cause
now you have to watch Loki in order to understand that Kang is coming.
it's just a money grab. Sorry.
I'm sure. I mean, you got to pedal what's it now? Disney Plus. You got to pedal HBO.
It's
You
like I
gotta
really
pedal-
liked how they did that. Like with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they never spoiled anything. They never really even threw any predictions out there. It was, a show that was part of the Marvel universe, but it was its own thing. That's
Yeah.
what Loki needs to be.
So
It's too late for that.
the problem with all these like shows and stuff is like, for example, there's a lot of theories that the X-Men might start to make more of an appearance in the MCU.
X
Yeah.
people.
Does that mean we're going to be getting OG X-Men, Storm, Wolverine, Magneto, Or are we getting the new show, the New Mutants?
Remember how I said third time's the charm? They did it with Spider-Man. I'm really, really hoping they change it.
Are we going to get these weird New Mutants as the new X-Men?
I'm fine with it.
You're going to see a couple of new guys for sure.
Give me John Cena as the Thing.
But you have to do Wolverine.
Yeah,
you have to do.
Have we
Storm
talked about predictions of who they could
for Wolverine?
cast?
John Cena's too tall to be Wolverine.
No.
John Krasinski.
Krasinski.
Really?
Really?
Or no, that was
that was for Fantastic. That's what I was talking
Four,
about.
Sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Do we talk
Mr.
about
Fantastic.
No.
No, we did. We told you about Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Did we? That we think Mr. Fantastic and him and his wife would be
Will be John Krasinski. John Krasinski and his wife will be Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm.
That would be so cool.
That is a guess. Do not take our word for that.
Yeah, that's a big fat shot in the dark. Let me get to my question.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I thought you already asked your question.
no.
So the big question.
I guess do you guys think this would be cool or do you think it would be dumb? I kind of want Deadpool in the MCU.
Oh yeah, no. I mean he's just throw a wrench into it for sure. But
This-
if you give him a scene,
this multiverse stuff is right up his alley. Like,
Oh, yeah.
please just even if it's a cameo, throw him in there. But he's already kind of introduced us to the X-Men. I think it would be an okay gateway if we went into the Deadpool universe, maybe, or I don't know what the whole timeline stuff, but if we get introduced to Deadpool, then we have Colossus, and then we have other stuff, and then they could be like, oh, where's the other X-Men? And he could make the same joke as before, where he's like, oh, we don't have enough funding for the other X-Men.
Do you think he'll show up in the Spider-Man multiverse?
No.
That would be cool.
Okay.
That would be super cool.
Okay.
It just made me excited for
I
the
would
movie.
love it if they made him kind of like as a Where's Waldo. He's in the
That'd be
background.
funny.
That would be super
Right?
cool.
Because
he'd be the new Stan Lee cameo.
do you remember back in our childhood, those childhood cartoons where there was always something in every single episode that you're it was
Maybe that's already happening.
kind of like with
Maybe we missed it.
Psych. There's a pineapple in
Yeah,
every
there's
single
every
episode,
episode,
but
yeah.
also even as kids, I can't remember exactly where, but it's always in. I would just love to see him. In the background noise of a big fight, him just battling someone and then just getting kicked off screen.
That would be super cool.
We
Just
already have
Where's Waldo?
We already have the post-credit scene where Deadpool they play shares if you could turn back time, and he actually goes and cleans up the timelines. You remember that scene
Right.
where he's
do.
he's cleaning them up, and he's like, "Oh, sorry," and he goes back to when he played Deadpool in Origins, and it's just screw
They're
that.
playing the long con,
and
dude.
so,
That's
honestly,
you made me excited.
Deadpool, if you're gonna do this multiverse stuff, if you're ever worried, I would just plug Deadpool in there to because he is good comic relief, and even if things get messy, Deadpool's a good way of clearing stuff up or explaining things away.
That's true.
Just bring
yeah.
him in
Scapegoat.
and just be like,
Dang it! Now
You know,
I really
or-
want
and
Deadpool.
That's an acceptable scapegoat.
Yes.
You're not going to have audiences going, "That's dumb."
no,
you're going to be
that
like,
is
"Oh, it's
literally what
Deadpool,
he
yeah!"
does. Or if Deadpool shows up and he sees Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, he's like,
Just creams his pants.
and he's just like, nice Disney, nice. It just says something so stupid.
That
where
would be
he's-
perfect.
I hope they plug him in there, and I hope he becomes I hope he becomes a good part of the MCU. Anyway, I don't know if I really have any other prediction.
I have nothing else.
Yeah, we bled this one dry.
Yeah, we have.
Sorry for the rambling. Actually, no, I'm not
No.
sorry.
We're not sorry.
But Shang-Chi, I think it's movie theater worthy. Go see it.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed myself.
Go
Yeah.
rent it. It's a good. I don't know about
Is
you
it
guys.
still in theaters at this point?
I actually
we're,
don't
We're a
know.
little behind
Yeah,
the
we're
curve on
behind.
this
I think
one.
it still is.
I think Shang-Chi, it's kind of our start to the next phase. So definitely see it. And yeah,
Right on.
see you guys next week.
Love you guys. Click that like and subscribe. Smash that.
Make sure to hit the bell for notifications.